Welcome to EXIN BCS Artificial Intelligence Foundation Preparatory Quiz, as we call it. So we will practice few of the questions. So these questions are those sample questions which will help you to set your preparations in the right manner for taking you the Artificial Intelligence Foundation examinations. So let's go through these sample exam question. The question number 1, human logical level was created by which author? So we have seen this as a part of the overall course content. So let's try to see the options. The option 1 says it's Robert Dills. Option B says it's Tom Michel. Option C is Peter Novak. Option D is Stuart Russell. So if we remember this across, the option for this is option A, which is Robert Dilt. So Robert Dilt, he has given the phenomena of human logical levels, where he said the environment leads to your behavior and how it can help you mold your capabilities and skills to take up to your next level. So that's the option A, which is human logical levels can be determined or defined by the Robert Dilts framework. So let's move on to the next question. So the next question says is the trustworthy AI as defined by EU guidelines must have. So let's go through the options. The option A said have at least 3 UN sustainability measures. B, quality assured to ISO standard. C, option C is B, CE marked, and option D is B, technically robust. So when you see this answer, when you refer to the trustworthy AI, this is defined by EU. So we need to be seeing that option A is not correct. Why? Because it has nothing to do with the UN sustainability measure. And second, option B, which is all about ISO standard, it also doesn't have anything to do with the ISO standards. So option A and B are ruled out. So option C is also incorrect because CE mark is basically a quality standard mark specifically for European region. So this has nothing to do with quality standards as well. So the logical answer for this is it is option D, which is technically robust. So the EU guides put technical robustness in the fundamental process of ethical AI, and the distractors are plausible alternatives. So the option or the right answer for this is D, which is be technically robust. So answer for this is D. Let's move ahead. An intelligent agent must be subjective. Option A. Option B, irrational. Option C, rational. Option D, empathetic. So when you are referring to an intelligent agent, we cannot say the agent has to be subjective. So option A is ruled out. Similarly, the intelligent agent cannot be irrational as well. So option B is again ruled out. So the two options which are left is rational or empathetic. So let's try to see this question deeper and try to understand. So the question says an intelligent agent must be, so the option C says it is rational. So if you look in AI theory, the intelligent AI relies fundamentally on being your agent as rational agent. And then it also ensures that the agent should act rationally. So the right option for this question is option C, which is the rational agent, and hence we can logically see the answer, correct answer is C, and option D is again a ruled out option. So let's move ahead to the question number 4. So the question number 4 says universal design or design for all are part of which international organization sustainability goal? Is it part of National American Space Agency NASA? Is it part of United Nations? Is it part of European Union? Is it part of the Future of Life Institute? So we can clearly call it out that universal design or design for all principle. These are the elements. So let's try to see. Option A, NASA has not given these principles. United Nations has also not given these principles. So universal design or design for all is the principles which were given by the European Union. So the correct option for this is European Union is the leading organization that has put design for all as a key requirements in AI, and other organizations also have similar goals or principles. So the right answer for this is option C, which is your European Union. And again, option D is a false or wrong option. So if you see this, the right answer is your European Union. So now let's move ahead with the question number 5. The EU have published guidelines for ethical and trustworthy AI. This is which of the following? So we are referring to the EU published guidelines for ethics and trustworthy AI. So let's try to look into the options. So is it environment centric? Option A. Option B is business centric. Option C is social centric, and option D is human centric. So when you try to see it, these options, the most logical options which looks to us is option D. Why? Because your EU standards for ethical and trustworthy AI have to be human centric. So correct answer for this is option D, because when you are talking about the ethical AI, it has to be addressing to the needs of human, and hence it has to be human centric. So there has to be ensuring that all your trustworthy ethical AI has to be adhering to human needs. So answer for this is D, option D, which is your human centric. Let's move ahead. So let's look at the question number 6, which is which world institution has published 17 sustainability goals? Then this is again a very, very logical, simple question. It is based out of memory. If you remember who has given those 17 sustainability goals, these 17 sustainability goals are given by your United Nations, which is option A, or by World Trade Organization, which is option B, or by World Economic Forum, which is option C, or option D, which is World Bank. So if we remember the e-learning module, these 17 sustainability goals were provided by United Nations. So the answer for this, the correct answer for this is option A, which is United Nations. So answer is very straightforward and simple answer. It is based on recalling your information, right? So if you remember that, what is the correct answer? The correct answer in this case is option A, which is United Nations. So let's talk about the sample question 7, wherein IBM's Deep Blue has contributed to the success of machine learning. So in which year did it beats the world chess champion? So is it option A 1977, option B 2017, option C 2007, option D 1997. So it was again discussed as a part of the EXIN Foundation coursework. So the option for this is option D, which is 1997. So we have seen that how the machine learning has evolved and how IBM has helped in getting this across. So let's move to the question number 8. Who is widely regarded as a person who has defined machine learning? So is it option A, which is Ada Lovelace, option B, which is Tom Michel, option C, which is Dame Wendy Hall, or option D, which is Marvin Minsky? So again, this is based on a simple recall for the discussions which we had during the e-learning module. So option A, C, and D are not the logical answers. The logical correct answer for this is option B, which is Tom Michel, who is considered as a person who defined machine learning because he has given those frameworks. So the right answer is option B, which is Tom Michel. So let's move ahead. So question number 9. An intelligent agent uses which of the following to manipulate its environment? So is it option A, which is stereography and actuators, option B, sound and actuators, option C, sensors and actuators, option D, sight and actuators? So again, this is one of the memory-based question which we should recall. We discussed this thoroughly in the e-learning module. When you are referring to the intelligent agent, they use sensors, they use actuators. So based on this understanding, when you refer to the sensors and actuator, so the correct answer logically looks to you as an option C, which is again sensors and actuators. So answer for this question 9 is your option C, the sensors and the actuators. If you see most of these questions which you have seen in AI Foundation exam, and in the main exam and in the sample question paper as well, they are based on memory recall. So you should be able to recall the discussions which we had during the recording of e-learning module. If you have gone through the e-learning module thoroughly, you should be able to answer this question very simply. So how many robot paradigms are there? So the options are 3. Option A is 3, option B is 4, option C is 5, option D is 6. So it is very simple question, very simple question, because this was clearly discussed during our e-learning module. So the answer is A, which is option 3. So there are 3 robotic paradigm. So this is we have discussed during our e-learning module that these 3 robotic paradigm has to be remembered, because that can be an exam question as well. So the answer is A, which is 3. Now let's try to look into the question number 11, which is, our utility-based agent differ from our goal-based agent in that it measures an agent's what? So let's look at the options which we have. Option A says that it measures the resource usage. Option B, it measures the speed of completion. Option C, it measures the learning rate. And option D, it measures the happiness. So let's try to see this question deeply. So obviously, when you are referring to the goal-based agent, it doesn't measures the resource usage. So option A is ruled out. Again, it doesn't measure the speed of completion. Option B is again ruled out. It also doesn't measure the kind of learning rate. So you can also eliminate option C. The logical option which is left is your happiness, which is D. So as we say, although agent basically relies on rationality, a utility measure can be used to measure how happy a person is in terms of achieving a goal. And that's how we can think of putting across, right? So the correct option for this question is your option D, which is your happiness. So let's move ahead. So now let's move on to question number 12. An intelligent robot is a robot that uses which of the following? Is it the objectivity? Is it the empathy? Is it the autonomy? or is it the artificial intelligence? So the correct answer for this is again option D, because if we are referring to the intelligent robot, we are referring to the artificial intelligence part of it, right? So this is based on the simple recall which we had it during the discussions of e-learning model. So the answer is option D, which is artificial intelligence. So let's try to look into the question number 13. So question number 13, in AI, what perceives its environment through sensors and act on its environment through the actuator? Is it an agent, a human, a chatbot, or a machine? So let's try to look at A, B, C, D, all the option. So this is again very simple, straightforward question of recalling the information from the discussions which we had during the e-learning module. So the answer for this is option A, which is the agent. So the answer for question number 13 is A, which is an agent.